Welcome to Walletopia. Glad you could be with us. Today, we are going to review the IKEPOD Slim Carry Wallet. Alright, as you can tell, this bears a very stunning similarity to other product line that we reviewed and continue to review. This has sewing on the side here for its packaging, and if we get into the IKEPOD itself, this is their slim wallet version. We can see that this is what we've got. This is a kind of brown and orange color, and it has good sewing on the edges here just to maintain the integrity as it gets pulled and twisted. We've got looks like a pull strap in here, and it does feel really soft to the touch. Now for a feature review of the IKEPOD Slim Carry Wallet. Alright, with this particular bifold, on the exterior we have no specific features here. As we move on to the interior, we can see that on the left hand side we have two quick access slots here at the top. On the top and the bottom, and those are very tight. I imagine they could accommodate maybe one or two cards depending on how it stretches out. Right underneath it on the interior here we have what looks, because of the pull strap here, a archive area for cards, 4 or 5 or whatever you get at, hopefully infrequently, for using this pull strap. And on the right hand side we immediately in the front have an ID slot here, which is nice, and another card slot right behind it. Now as a wallet itself that would be really nice, but this also has a billfold pocket on the interior. And on the left hand side we don't have any particular features, but on the right hand side we do. So immediately behind the front, right here, is where we actually have another hidden compartment pocket here for a card that you could put, or you could fold the cash in there if you don't want to put it in here. And then behind this little flap here, we have another pocket. And this is a pocket really utilized best for coins, keys, at micro SD slots, SIM cards, and so forth, that is protected once this flap goes over, and they won't come out by themselves, especially with this being closed. And that is a review of the features of the IKEPOD Slim Carry Wallet. Now on to the card and cash and coin and key insertion test. Okay, as you saw, we got 9 cards in there, plus 5 slips of cash, 3 coins, a key, and it handled it just fine. It does begin to impinge on the slimness of it, though, which at this point is where I think 8 cards would be perfect to make it as thin as you could get, in a bifold anyway. Now it does handle all the currencies very nicely, and you can see why, because down here is where we have US and Canadian currencies, and it is incredibly deep. And in testing it with the yen and the euro, they both fit in there just fine. Now, if we measure this, let's see, it measures in at 0.4. It looks bigger than it actually is. And let's put this little flap down here. So from the top, 0.5 at the top, 0.5. We got some coins there in the bottom, 0.6. So that's not too bad. By way of quality, they indicate that this is made of full grain Italian leather, and I don't know really if that's the case. It seems to be maybe top grain at best because of the tanning, the color, and so forth. And it's made in China. I mean, great attempts were made on the website to make it appear to be a Western site, but there were language issues that kind of gave it away. But that's okay. It does have RFID blocking. I know. Disappointed as well. But the price on this is $39. That's pretty amazing. And for the wallet that it's trying to mimic, it actually does a pretty good job of mimicking the features. And honestly, the leather in here does feel a little bit thicker than what you see and feel with the Bellroy for some reason. Not quite sure why. Now the pull strap in here, I've left it in here for us to look at. And so with this, it operates just fine in pulling things out. Pushing back in, it does seem to not go all the way back unless you're explicitly pushing it. And if we look at the interior, one of the concerns is that it's got a loop bridge in here, and that the sewing is done into this secondary front portion of the wallet. In the Bellroy products, it's done more concretely into the superstructure of the wallet, which could raise some concerns, and it could get tangled up in here. This could twist over time. I think they could have done a better job in how they engineered where the placement of this was overall. Now the measurements on this is 3.65 by 4.1 by 0.2 inches. On our perception, this has a 2-year guarantee, quality guarantee. There have been reported issues with the pull tab and the leather thickness affecting the slim factor of the wallet, but those are all really subjective things, not really objective overall. Now the customer service seems to be challenged a little bit in how they get back and address issues that come about, but there haven't been a lot of concerns yet that we've witnessed about the leather itself, its longevity, and so forth. So now let's get to the final score. For quality of 4, price of 5, features of 4, usability of 3, and perception of 3. And that gives us a final score of 38 out of 50. Thanks for joining us. Look at these other videos, see if they interest you. We appreciate you taking the time to watch us today. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks, bye.